right, this is Randy from the Metallic Onslaught. Joe and I are sitting here with a living legend, Doro Pesch, who just kicked ass in Rochester. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was an awesome show.
It was a good,
sweaty.
And you know, for me, it was a long time coming because, like I just told you, I missed out on your last time here.
Yeah.
Because of the blizzard 3.5 years ago. Yeah. And not only that, I missed out, you know, like 28 years ago when you played the Dome Arena with Sanctuary and Megadeth, and
was
he was there.
Big tour.
I was there.
Man.
He was there.
It was, that was a great tour, man.
Very long time ago.
Very
long time.
Yeah, the heydays.
That was the last time I saw you.
Oh, really? Oh, God. Yeah, then. I'm glad that you guys came up again.
Yes, you have been on my bucket list for many years, no doubt.
Cool.
So, second night of the tour, you were at El Rosa Villa last night.
Yeah.
Good vibes?
Oh, yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was great. And even though I know, something happened, and
it's
fans.
It's sad to have that connection with any venue, and we were talking about that with Johnny earlier. That you go to a gathering and you're supposed to feel safe, and you're there to have a good time, and then rest in peace, Dimebag.
Yes.
Seriously, man.
We played a song yesterday. For Dimebag and Ronnie James Dio and
Lemmy
It's Without You, which that was actually my very first ballad I've ever written. It's off the Burning the Witches album, and back then my guitar player we were fiddling around, and suddenly that song came out, and we are playing it now in our set list again. All these years, we haven't played it, and somehow it has magic, and people got very, like, wow, I think touched by it, like emotional, and I saw some tears.
And
like,
it has been quite the year as far as, it's like...
it's, I tell you, I miss Lemmy so much. And, I got this, that's a bootleg t-shirt, but I love it. Actually with the old logo.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
It's very, very rare. It was actually one of the first singles. And Lemmy looks so cool, and I miss him terribly, and it's not the same anymore without these guys.
No, that was a jaw-dropping, I just started seeing the posts because, I don't want to say I'm a Facebook junkie, but I kind of am.
Yeah.
And, and the next thing, it was everywhere, and I'm just like, I messaged these guys, and I'm like, man, this is terrible,
Yeah, man, we gotta push on, and
we do.
Give out good energy,
Definitely.
You can't compensate that, but you can always tell the people, like especially the young metalheads, have maybe never seen Ronnie James Dio show or Motorhead show, and
we can say that we've been there,
I had a great chance to tour with Lemmy and
great opportunities.
Dio, like many times, and the last tour here in America with Dio, it was awesome. It was actually, it's a while ago, but it was fantastic because it was just when grunge was like, a little bit like disappearing after 8, 9, 10 years, and then it was in 2000, and we opened up for Dio, and oh God, and all the places were packed and sold out, and that was actually when I felt, wow, metal is coming back. That's so awesome. And, ever since I feel.
Thank God metal came back.
Thank God.
Yes.
Thank God
for metal.
Yeah.
So speaking of metal, you've been doing this for 30 years plus, and you have. I wanted to talk about this. The DVD.
Yeah.
Strong and Proud.
Nobody can see until you do that.
Okay.
Yes.
The artwork was painted by my favorite artist again, the one who did our Triumph and Agony album.
Right.
His name is Jeffrey Gillespie. And
oh yeah, the artwork has always been outstanding.
Nice, no? Yeah, I like old school stuff. Oh, you got
yes,
that?
there it is.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we both brought copies.
Blue. I love blue. And I asked him to paint something nice for our 30th anniversary. And then I got it, and you know, it's real painted. It's not like computer stuff. And you know, I was so happy, and you know, I still like the whole package. You know, it should be great, and you know, something, you know, for especially for collectors too. You know.
Yeah.
To put on their shelf and always like think, man, it's something, you know, top notch, high quality, like it used to be in the 80s. And
Oh
90s.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, for me, it won't wear out like a T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, this will have a little more staying power.
Yeah, and it's long. It's long. You know.
Oh, believe me, I've got a tooth getting pulled tomorrow, and this is what's going to ease me through the.
Good.
I can't wait to watch the Wacken performance, because you know, I've said for years that I think I live in the wrong country, because you know, we don't get what they get over in Europe.
Yeah,
and I wish
really
we did.
Special,
yes.
And I played the first time in Wacken, I think it was in '93, and it was very small festival. And then we went with our big tour bus, and you know, and we couldn't find Wacken because it's so small. It's like a little village, you know, a couple of hundred people live there. And in '93, there was actually when grunge was, you know, pretty big. Yeah, and then I heard 2 people or 3 people. They are diehard metal fans, and they want to do a festival, and you know, and they asked, you know, if we could do a headliner. We said okay, and yeah, and then we couldn't find the place. And then there was one farmer, you know, out on the fields, and then I asked the guy, I said, hey, can you tell us where's, you know, this festival? And he didn't even know that there was a festival going on, but he, you know, it took a couple of hours with like his, you know, like yeah, he showed us the way. Yeah, and then we played in Wacken, and it was maybe 1,000, 2,000 fans there. A big PA, big stage, and you could feel there was something real about it.
Right.
And then in '98 we played again in Wacken, and it was already 30,000 people, and then, you know, 4 years later it was 60,000, and then, you know, and every year it got more and more. Now I think it's maxed out.
And I never
like
knew this
85,000.
festival existed until I watched the documentary film there, the Headbanger's Journey.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I'm like, how do I not know about these things? And why am I living in a country that doesn't embrace metal the way the rest of the world does?
They are trying over here with the Carolina Rebellion.
Right.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. That's gotten pretty big.
Yeah. No, and
They're like the M3 Festival in Maryland. They get some good. They get some good bands.
We can play the and we were just starting this tour in Chicago, the Farm Rock Festival, but I heard it got moved or there was something going on. So we were all happy because Chicago is a good place, tons of metalheads. Yeah, but it got moved. So yeah, here, I think in America, what is really much better here is like so much radio. In Europe or in Germany, it's like just a couple of radio stations, but you know, it's very rare. And here, every city has like, you know, tons of metal stations or all the universities. That's much better. So you know, I wish we would have that. But you know,
Speaking of radio, you have a new single, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Love's Gone to Hell.
Yeah, we played it tonight.
You
Love's
did?
Gone to Hell, and we did a video for it. Actually, it has 2 versions, and you can check it out on YouTube. And one is performance and a little tiny bit of story, and the other one is like, more story. And I presented it to the record company. I said, oh man, it's, you know, there's too much blood in it, you know. And I thought, really? And you know, I said, yeah, for kids, you know, so just do one version which is like, you know, totally cool, you know, even for 6-7-year-old kids to watch. And I thought, that's okay, yeah, let's do it. So I like both versions, yeah.
So
Did it bother you? Light?
Oh no, nope, I'm good.
Lighter, yeah, okay.
how has the business changed from when you first got into it with Warlock to now? You must have way more control, right? Over what you're doing and what you want to put out there.
Oh, no, it's the opposite. Now you have much more freedom. Oh, it's so much better now, because our first record, Burning the Witches, that was the signed to an independent label. It was Mausoleum in Belgium, and actually we had no idea. We were kids, and you know, we just loved metal. And we signed the deal because they had the coolest logo. That was one of the big things, you know.
The dripping.
Yeah, the dripping of, you know, two drops of blood on each M. And we thought, that looks metal, that's metal, so let's sign there. And yeah, we got, yeah, it was our first record, which we were really happy, but that was a little, you know, interesting. Let's put it this way. That was interesting, and we paid everything ourselves, like, you know. And but that was our first record, and then we got picked up by Polygram, and that was the first time that we had like a major deal. And then the second album was great. That was Hellbound. That was good, but it was suddenly like, you know, professional stuff, a professional studio, and you know, and then by the third record, we had so much pressure to, you know, to have like radio-friendly songs, like, you know, which meant like more pop, and you know, we were a metal band, you know. It was between, I always thought, between Judas Priest and Metallica, and accept that kind of,
right.
And they wanted to have us a little bit more like, you know, in the commercial vein. And then I remember
that was Polygram.
It was Polygram. Yeah. It's like, you know, all these major record companies, of course, they want to see that, you know, their acts are selling millions of records, and you know, and I thought, wow, we are a metal band. I never wanna have a polished sound, so it was like by our third album, True Steel, we had great demos. It sounded great. It was really rough, yeah. And then it came back, you know, and then it was all polished, and wow, that was the first time that we thought, man, you know, like, you know, you sometimes you have to make some compromises.
Well, you know,
and then I learned my lesson, because then we got this awesome tour with Judas Priest, and we wouldn't wanted to play the new record. And then everybody said, you have to play the new record. And we just played our old stuff from Burning the Witches and Hellbound. And yeah, and then I really learned my lesson. I thought, no, I never ever want to put something out where I'm not 100% happy with. And yeah, and then I came to America. It was in 86, 87, and then we did our Triumph and Agony album, which I think is still one of the best records we've ever.
It very much stands the test of time. It does, and you know,
it's a great song.
One of the things I was actually curious about was, with that being, you know, it's going to be 30 years since that came out next year.
Yeah.
Are there any possible plans of like maybe a reissue with?
Good thought.
Do you own the rights to those, or is that still controlled by Polygram?
Yeah, I have to probably really check into, you know, probably the manager has to check into it. Yeah, I think we own the rights. I think time is up.
There you go.
You know,
but I better
CD
check.
set.
You know,
Yeah, something like this.
To me, that's one of the '80s albums that I would highly recommend to anybody. You know, it's like, if you want to look into what '80s metal is about, Triumph and Agony is one of the pinnacles. That is just my take, because I remember the first time.
I totally agree. Yeah.
I remember the first time I heard it, because here's the fun part. We had a local band. I'm from Seneca Falls, which is about halfway between here and Syracuse. We had a local guy who had a Saturday night radio show. And I'm getting ahead of myself here. We had a local band called Warlock, and they played our high school gymnasium.
Yeah.
And I remember the drummer, before this show happened, was talking to a bunch of us. We're in like a study hall in the cafeteria. And he's like, yeah, we have to change our name. I mean, we're going to be able to play this show as Warlock, but we have to change our name because there's this German band with the same name, and they've had it for a while. And, you know, this is like late 84, early 85 when this happened. You've been around since 82. So they ended up changing their name to Scarlet Bride. Sound familiar?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. But then, you know, getting back to...
You lasted longer than they did.
Our Saturday... Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but our name, that was the problem then later on too, because I never planned on making a solo career ever. And then we had our first manager, he was our merch guy as well. And then when we got a little bit tiny success, and you know, everybody got crazy, you know. And then he left, which was pretty bad, and you know, things got all screwed up. But he took the name, and you know, he had nothing to do with our name, Warlock, you know. And you know, and then the trouble started, and it was heartbreaking. And then we talked to the record company, and they said, well, how about you call it Doro? And I said, oh, you know, because our record was just in the making. It was the record after Triumph and Agony, Force Majeure.
Right.
And then I thought, I don't know about it. I want to call it Warlock. And then I said, well, you know, it's impossible. And I said, well, let's try. So we tried, and then we immediately got sued and stuff. And, you know, and I thought, well, and, you know, like, you know, we will fight to get the name back. Then I thought it would maybe take 1 year or 1.5 years. It took 20 years. It took 20 years. And, you know, and yeah, things happen. So, you know, but I tell you, it's always ups and downs, you know, and, you know, now, because I'm doing it for such a long time, you know, lots of great experiences and lots of, like, you know, like sometimes you think, wow, you know, I didn't expect that. But it's the music business, you know, you have to be really careful, and, you know, sometimes, you know, and I just do what I love, and I do it for the fans, and I want to make the fans happy, you know, whatever it takes. And, yeah, and actually, because your first question, you know, you said, you know, you had more freedom. I think now we have much more freedom, because the whole music industry for metal, it got smaller. Now we are on an independent label. It's Nuclear Blast. I'm very happy to be on there, and they just let you do what you want to do. They don't say, hey, you have to have a hit single, you have to polish your sound, you know.
Yeah.
Just they trust you. They're all metalheads. They understand metal, and it's actually it's great, you know. It's great. And then when you deliver the songs or the record, they say, oh man, that's awesome. And nobody fiddles around, you know, and tries to make it more pop, and so,
Yeah.
you know, so there's always, you know, there are always good and bad sides. And of course with Polygram it was great, because here there was really the breakthrough, and you know, and then we did this All We Are video. It was actually a big video, big production, and the second single was actually Für Immer. And yeah, it was awesome. You could really feel the power behind it. That was awesome.
That was all over MTV.
It was.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
and they played
tell you,
videos.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
what I
we
was-
played videos. So yeah, sometimes, you know,
See, and
sometimes
that,
time is on your side, and
the
sometimes not.
first time I ever heard Warlock, because I was, like I said, we had a guy, Bob Appel, who had a Saturday night radio show, Saturday Night at the Rock Shop, and he would do a feature album every week,
remember that
every
name.
Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
And Triumph and Agony was the featured album on that. And I'd heard of you, but I had never heard a single note.
Cool.
And you know, as soon as All We Are, so like, you know, once it got pumping, I'm just like, who is this woman, and where did she get that amazing voice?
Oh.
And, you know, because I mean, I knew about Lita Ford, Joan Jett, and, you know, with all due respect, I love Lita Ford and Joan Jett, and,
too,
you know,
me
Heart,
too.
you know. I think once upon a time I had an issue of Rip Magazine with you and Lita on the cover, and I cherished that, because...
It was just made up. We were always friends, and, you know, there was never anything, you know. I was just like... But it was a good story.
Yeah, you know, it just always seemed like it always
each
seemed
other.
like that was the case. It was like they're
Yeah.
just trying to kind of
Yeah.
make a rivalry that isn't really
Yeah.
there. And matter of fact, she's going to be here at the end of next month.
Yeah. I think that's, yeah. It was actually cool, you know, to have another woman, and you know, and actually there were a couple of great women, even in the 80s. Lee Aaron.
Lee Aaron,
Yeah,
yes.
of Canada, and Girls School.
Girls' School were
England,
awesome,
and
yes.
Rock Goddess, it's one of my
I
favorites.
forgot about
Rock
Rock
Goddess.
Goddess.
Actually.
Jodie Turner, yeah. Oh, I love
I
that.
think they just put an album out, actually.
Yeah.
I think I totally forgot about them until
Yeah,
just now.
Yeah.
But yes, I seem to remember
Yeah,
them.
I just seen Jodie in London. We played, it was I think 1.5 years ago, and you know, so Wendy Williams, and you know.
Oh yes.
Great. So yeah, but I always got along great with everybody, you know, and in this day and age too, you know, it's I'm a team player, and everybody should do what they feel, you know. I think rivalry, it's bullshit.
Yes, it just always seems like it's other, you know, the media always kind of likes to
you know,
push that sort of thing.
Probably, you know, then people want to buy the magazine or see what's going on, but no, honestly, there was, you know, we always had a good, you know, good vibe going. Yeah.
What's coming up for you besides the single?
Yeah, actually, we are working on a new album, and
Cool.
and this Strong and Proud DVD. Yeah, it was a long process to do, because we wanted to do it great, and we did so many DVDs before. We always filmed our anniversaries, the 20th anniversary, and Lemmy was there, and Mickey D, and Biff of Saxon, Udo Dirkschneider, and the 25th anniversary, actually Scorpions came, and everybody was there. It was awesome. So this time I thought, man, we gotta top it, and then we did like a whole year of 30-year anniversary celebration and recorded the best shows, and Wacken, of course. That's actually the start of this DVD, and I think it's great. And there's a documentary on it. It's a 2-hour movie. I think it's really nice, even for die-hard fans who know everything, who have everything. I think it's still very interesting, and I think very well done. So that just took 1.5 years to do. And meanwhile, we're working on a new album. There's one song for Lemmy, God bless him. It's called Living Life to the Fullest. We're just working on that, and we recorded 5 songs. There's I think some killer songs on the way.
Good
and
deal.
I hope
Very
next
cool.
year it will probably come out. But since we're touring so much, you know, it's sometimes hard to spend like a long time, you know, in studios. And I'm old school. I want to get it right, and it always takes really time to do all, you know, the detail work. And of course, I want to get some great guests on our record. But so far.
And another cool cover.
Maybe. Actually, we recorded one cover version.
Oh no!
The artwork.
Oh, okay, the artwork. I thought the song.
The artwork is always killer.
Yeah.
Did I just cut you off when you were going to tell us what that song was?
Oh no! It's still a secret. It's a good one. It's a good
Cool.
one. Yeah, I love that song, and and everybody will probably will know it's of somebody I love so much. So that's a hint. But we're in the middle of doing things, and sometimes but we have 5 songs which I'm so happy, and but the single Love's Gone to Hell, I couldn't wait. I thought I want to use the momentum, and I felt it had so much magic. I want to put it out right away, not wait for another year. You never know what's happening, and so I thought we need to do it now, and we did. This video was actually the first time we did like the video with crowdfunding with the fans, because like you said, MTV is not playing so much videos anymore, and the record company don't want to spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars what it was really costing in the 80s. There was sometimes really hardcore. It was more expensive than the whole record production, but I wanted to have something top notch, and and then we put it out just like I just wanted to put it out. Sometimes you do things people say but the record should come out 1 or 2 months later, and I thought no, I want to have people hear the song, see the video.
Yeah, definitely. It's very cool.
Yes.
It's different. No, I like it. I think the melody, it's like, I like
It's very heavy live.
Yes.
yeah, it's heavier than, I think we always do heavier stuff live. Yeah, that's our bus driver, just like,
I think he's trying to kick us out.
yeah, we have to get out of the
That's
park.
okay.
You know, there's always a curfew, there's always something. It's not anymore like back in the day. It was absolutely no rules.
We're running out of battery power anyway, so
So maybe we should wrap this up.
maybe we should.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome show.
Thank you for having me.
Pleasure to meet you and hope you come back.
Yeah, I think live, that's what we are doing best. I think no record could like even come close. Maybe our live records, like, you know, I think there was one Doro Live, it was coming out in '93. I think that was great, had the energy and all the DVDs and the Strong and Proud. I think when you see it, when you hear it, that's, you know. But when you're in the studio, I miss the fans, you know, in the studio. I think that's the reason why Oh Yeah became a big hit, because we had like 50 fans just singing their heart out. It was so cool. And I love the fans. That's, you know, I need the live feedback, and I can always do and sing 10 times better than when I'm in the studio alone with my engineer. It's not the same. It's not the same.
We'll come down to hang out with you the next time you record.
Okay, and you gotta sing it, you know.
Well, you don't want that.
Oh, I want that. I like the gang vocals, you know. And I believe everybody can sing. Just sing from your heart. You know, that's it. Just let it out.
All right, thank you once again.
Yes, thank you.
All the best. Yeah, thank you for all the support, metalheads, for all these over 30 years. It's been a dream, and it's great. And for, I hope to another 30 years, and, you know, wish everybody the best.
I'm here to see that.
Okay.
All right.